gorilla, nature. Bro, let's go skate. Dude, E equals MC squared. Nerd for life. There it is, the final work. As you can see, got some mushrooms. There's the mushrooms in there. Alright, you guys, so you can see the sauce is boiling. Now it's time to add the onions and the peppers. Alright, you guys, so I just wanted to show you guys, what it looks like, because you can't see all the way back there, so. Hey you guys, how's it going? It's your boy Pastor Darius here, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Good Food with your boy Pastor Darius. Let's hop into it. Today we're going to be making a pasta with, let me get this for right here. We're making some ground lamb and sweet and hot Italian sausage. Oh yeah, I'm excited. So we're gonna be putting some onions, some peppers. We got some hot peppers in here, some mushrooms and garlic. And then of course we're gonna be using, hold on, give me a second. Ragu, woo! Made just for you. Let's do it, baby. And this is not an advertisement for Ragu. We don't work for Ragu. But yeah, so I'm using the Ragu Old World Style Traditional Sauce. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you guys some of the steps that I use to making this lamb and Italian sausage pasta. I approve. See you in the show. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. We're gonna be using some angel hair. Angel hair pasta. Woo! Let's go. Woo! Let's do it. All right, you guys. So this is one of the most important parts. I like to start by sharpening my knife. Oh, you see that? Oh yeah, nice and get that thing nice and sharp. Oh yeah, I can feel it. Nice. So that way, it cuts right through. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, first I'm gonna, in the second here, I'm gonna just go ahead and clean off. You gotta get that, you don't want that metal in your food. You know what I mean? Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and start by cutting up some peppers. I'm gonna go ahead and slice up these peppers here. Boom, see that? Nice and easy, baby. Chopped right through that dog. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's how I chop. Yep, easy, squeezy, lemon peasy. Yep, there it is. That's one. Go ahead and get the other one. Yep, there it is. It's cutting right through. Bam, there you go. Got some peppers chopped. So I use two different types of peppers. I'm using like the jalapeno peppers, and then I have these ones right here, which are, I believe they call these like habanero, but I don't know, man. They're just really spicy peppers, like, I mean, really spicy. That's why I'm only using like two of them. So let's go ahead and chop those up right quick. Bang, bang, chicken wing. Yeah, just like chop up a couple of those. Nice and easy. Boom, bang, there it is. And chop up this one here. Boom, bang. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Nice and easy. Off and yeah, there it is. Chopped onion or chopped peppers, And then next I'm gonna chop up this onion here right quick. Make quick work of this thing. So I used to work in the kitchen, and this is how I learned how to cut the onions in the kitchen. Right? You chop off the sides, and then you put like a nice little cut all the way through the onion, and then you can just peel off the outside, just like that. Easy, squeezy, lemon peasy. Boom, and there you go. Right? So yeah, and this one, so with these onions, give me a second here. So with these onions, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna chop it right down the middle, and then I just do like a, you know, nice little boom, you know, because I like them, yeah. I cut them like, you know, pretty much throughout. Just cut it easy. See that? Boom, flip it, cut it, easy. And that's it. See? And thus you get like little slices like that and whatnot. I like it, you know. So yeah, there we go. We got onions, we got pepper. You know what I'm saying? Let me grab a bowl right quick. Let's see here. We got some bowls here. I'm gonna grab a bowl so we can put these. I'm gonna clear off my chopping board. Oh, drop one lost soda. We dropped one. All right, there it is. Boom. So now we got a nice clean chopping board, and now I have one purple red onion. Chop off the side. Boom. Chop off the other side. Boom. And directly through out. You know. Do one cut throughout. There it is. Boom. And then easy squeezy, lemon peasy, peel off the outside. That's it. And that's the method of chopping the onion. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Get nice clean. Well, outside, you know, get rid of all the excess stuff that you don't want. Just toss it. You know, so yeah, let's go ahead and toss that. All right, there we go. You know, cut it directly through the middle, just like the previous. And then we're gonna do nice slices. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Boom. And throw that in the bowl. In the bowl. Boom. One more. 1, 2, 3. Chop other side. 1, 2. Oh, not enough for 3. All right, there it is. Boom, bang, bing. Easy squeezy. Let me show you what that looks like. All right, and there it is. There we have it. You see, we got the chopped onions, and we got, you know, the peppers in there and everything. You know, nice little chopped peppers. Trying to move these things out the way here so you can see it. Boom, there it is. We got some chopped peppers in there. Everything. Easy squeezy lemon peas. All right, next we're gonna do some mushrooms. See you in a second. All right, you guys. So I got the mushrooms, and I'm gonna chop them now. So let's go ahead, get through this process, make it quick. Boom. Chop. I like chopping them in big pieces because you know, I like big pieces. I don't know. It's much easier for me when, you know, when it comes to eating. So yeah. Easy squeezy, you know, and the fact is I'm actually going to use the entire tray of mushrooms, and reason being is because I like mushrooms. Real talk, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there's no other reason beside that. But yeah, I'll get back to you guys in a second, and in a second I'm going to be cutting the garlic. All right, so what I like to do is I like to smash it. So I'm going to smash the garlic. Why? Because you get all the juices out of it by smashing it, and it makes it easier to peel off the outside. You know. See, I'm just going to go ahead and peel off the outside, right, and then get rid of all the outside part. You know, the little outside part. It's much easier when you just smash it, you know, and boom, boom, just like that, easy squeezy. All the outside is gone. Now, another part, I take the knife, put it on the piece of one little part of the onion or the garlic, and boom, smash it. And then you get like a little piece like that, and then look, it just slides right out, and there you have it, you guys. Nice. So I'm gonna finish this, and then we'll get to the next part. See you in a bit. All right, you guys. So now it's time to cut the sausage here, which we have here. So, you know, first things first, gotta sharpen my knife. I'm using a different knife. So I don't use the same knife to cut the meat that I do to cut the vegetables. You know, I don't believe in that whole cross-contamination thing. So I have vegetable knives, and then I got meat knives. So here we go, all nice and sharp and everything. Again, we gotta clean it off. We don't want no metal in our food. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Move this pot out the way here. I'm just gonna cut. So I just cut them just like this. Boom, nice and easy. Just like that. Boom, nice and easy. Boom, nice and easy. You know, to nice like I just cut them into like little chewable pieces, as you can see here. Just little chewable pieces, nice and easy. So yeah, I'm gonna finish cutting these, and then we'll get to the next part, which is putting the, you know, we're gonna put the we're gonna start getting the pasta ready. All right, you guys, how's it going? So next step, we're gonna add some salt to the water. Again, important, when you're cooking pasta, you want to use cold water. So we're gonna put some salt in there. Specifically, I start with the salt first. You know, just a good amount. You know, just give a little bit of extra flavor, right? Don't want to go too crazy. And then I'm going to add some oil. You know, some oil to the water. That way, when we cook the pasta will stick together. You know, just put a couple little dollops in there. Don't want to go too crazy, right? All right, we did that. And now we are going to add some oil to this pan, and we're going to start cooking the meat. Let's do it! Woo! A couple of dollops of oil up in there. Don't go too crazy. All right, so let's start warming up the water. Well, I'm using the wrong one. There we go. There it is. There it is. All right, we got that on. Boom, bang, bing. We got one on. So let's go ahead and turn the other one on here. There it is. We got two on. Woo! All right. Now we're cooking, baby. Let that heat up for about a second. I'll see you guys in a bit. You guys, first things first, I'm gonna add the lamb. So we take this whole little thing here, and I'm just gonna toss it up in there. Woo! You can hear that sizzle. That's how you know. Only takes about a minute. And then me, I like to add a little flavor ahead of time, so I'm gonna use the Goya adobo. You know, we'll put some of that in there. Yep. Here it is. We'll add some early flavor. And then, you know, mix that around in there. Woo! It's cooking, baby. Now we're cooking. So, this is my process, right? I cook the meat first because I don't want to mix raw meat with the vegetables, you know? Or, yeah. So, yeah, I just cook the meat first. You know, that's just the first process for me. Everybody got different process. This is my process. So now I'm going to throw in some of these sausage balls in there. You know, because I want all the meat, like all the meat is raw, so we want it to cook. Put a couple of those little, put all the sausage little pieces in there, piece by piece, and then, yep. All right, you guys, I'll see you guys in the next part, which is when we're gonna add the vegetables. Woo! We're cooking, baby. We're cooking. All right, you guys, so I just wanted to show you guys, you know, what it looks like, because you can't see all the way back there, so. Yeah, I've added the garlic, you know, because the meat is pretty much just, you know, it's pretty much, you know, cooked in already. So yeah, that's pretty much good right there, you know. Next thing I'm gonna add is I'm gonna add some mushrooms in. I'm gonna take these mushrooms and I'm gonna add the mushrooms in, you know, because I want to get some of the flavors, but not all. I'm gonna save the onions for later. And the peppers, because the you know, the onions cook really fast. So yeah, there it is. Boom. All right, nice, looking nice and good. Ooh, baby. Ooh, look at that. I approve. Oh yeah. All right, you guys. So now it's time to add the ragu sauce. I'm gonna use the whole thing. The whole thing. So, you know, because I like tomatoes and sauce and all that. So, yeah, first I'm just gonna put this in there. The whole thing. Oh yeah. Every last bit of it. Oh yeah. And then I'm gonna put some water in, shake it up so I get the remainder, and then add that in there. So yeah, next step is we're gonna add the onions, and then once the water starts boiling, I'm gonna add the pasta. See you in the next step. All right, you guys. So here it is. The water is boiling, and now it's time for me to add my angel hair pasta in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that up in there. You know, put the angel hair pasta. Boom, bang, bing. There it is. And yeah. So yeah, I got that in there. It's gonna take a second. You know, for just let it, like, you know. What I do is I just take my spoon, and then I'm just gonna mix it around a little bit, and then in a second, what's gonna happen is it's gonna start just laying down because the bottom is gonna cook in, and then it only takes about all of like 3 minutes or so. You know, maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 minutes for it to cook. You know, I don't really go too long with the pasta. I'm gonna be honest with you. I like my pasta like cooked, but I don't want it like, you know, overcooked. You know. Oh, and here you can see. So once this starts boiling, I turn down the temperature a little bit, and once this starts boiling, then I'm going to add the onions. So I'll be back in a second. All right, you guys. So I've cooked the pasta, and you know it's done. It's boiled down. Now I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna pour it inside the strainer. There it goes. Pour it in the strainer. Boom. It's cooked down pretty good too. I ain't gonna lie. I typically only cook it for like a minute or so. Like, you know, I don't want my pasta to, you know, I don't cook my pasta too long. You know, I respect the craft. You know, 100% cooking is a serious business. So, yeah, there it is. Last couple pieces out. Woo! Hot ones. There it is. Boom. And last thing, I'm gonna wash out to get all like the starches and whatever it is out of the water, or out of the pasta. Boom. There it is. Gotta wash it out. You know what I'm saying? There it is. Boom. That's that, baby. See you guys in the next part, which is going to be when I'm gonna add the. Now it's time for me to add the onions, so I'm gonna show you guys. All right, you guys. So you can see the sauce is boiling. Now it's time to add the onions and the peppers in there. This is the last step right there. Boom. Added it in. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna take my spatula here. I'm gonna mix it on in there. Mix it all in there. You see? Mixing it all in. Oh yeah. That's the last bit. I'm gonna let it simmer for about another 5 minutes or so. You know, we just wanna, I wanna get some flavor, but I like my onions, I don't want the onions to be overcooked, you know? So that's why we add it last. You know, and then that spice is gonna be there. Whoo! You know me, man. I love spice, man. I mean, one of my favorite people is Mark Weens. And that guy, he got a shirt. He always talking about no spice. No, he said he doesn't eat. If it ain't got spice, he don't want to eat it. I'm the same way. I approve. Let's go. Woo! All right, you guys. So hey guys. So now I'm going to add a little bit of salt to my pasta. Right? Just a little bit. Just a tad bit here over the top. This is extra flavor, not too crazy, just a little bit, you know, just add a little bit extra flavor to it, you know. You want everything to taste good. Now I'm gonna grab a fork here, and I'm gonna mix it in, right? mix that little bits of salt that I added in there. And then after I mix that in, then I'm going to take a little bit of oil because you don't want the pasta to stick. I'm going to add just a tad bit of oil in there. Just enough. A couple little shots in there just to give it some, extra, Again, we don't want the noodles to stick. That's important to me, So I'll let you guys see what I'm talking about. And I'm sure a lot of people, when they cook, their noodles will stick and stuff like that. That's not what we're doing here. You see? Look at that. Nice. Oh, there it is. The pasta. Oh, yeah. Nice. Look at that. Can't say that doesn't look good, man. That's perfect. Literally perfect. Nice. All right, you guys. See you in a second. All right, you guys, that's it. We are done. Last step is plating. So let's go ahead. We're gonna take some pasta. Put this up on here. Take a little bit of the pasta. A little bit of the pasta. Put some pasta on this little thing right here. Just like that. Bing, boom, bang. Me, I like to eat a lot, so pasta in there. Alright, that should be enough. And last but not least, we're going to take the sauce. I'm going to add the sauce there. It's all cooked up now. All cooked up now. Woo! Let's move this over here a little bit. Bing, bang, bing. We're going to just add some pasta up in there. We'll add some of the sauce. I got my onions cooked in. I don't want them cooked too well. That's the one thing about me. I don't want my onions cooked too much. I want them to be like almost crunchy. There it is. Put some of this. Take some of this. Put it over the top. A couple of little sausage balls. There it is. Get some mushrooms in there. A couple of mushrooms. Little and yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I like a lot of sauce, so there it is. Good food with Pastor Darius. We got the plate. It's been plated and everything. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This is some pasta, lamb. Oh man, a little bit of spice, little peppers in there, Let me go ahead and take my first bite. Let you guys see what I'm working with, baby. Ooh, yeah! Alright, let's see. It's kind of hot, so I'm going to take my time. Gotta blow it. So we got the sausage, the pork sausage with the lamb. And the onions. We got some garlic in there. Everything. Mom. Bon appetit. I approve. Excellent. So, yeah. Guys, if you appreciate this, please make a donation to our GoFundMe. You can see it in the link in the description. We're taking a trip to Europe. We need your guys' support. It's your boy, Pastor Darius. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. See you guys on the next one. Peace. And there it is, the final work. As you can see, got some mushrooms here, the mushrooms in there. Everything. Wow, got some sausage. Here's the onions, perfectly crunchy. Oh man, that's amazing. Oh yeah. Yeah, boy, Pastor Darius. Bon appetit. Hey, you guys, your boy Pastor Darius here. I am
amazingly excited. You guys, have you ever had a dream of going somewhere or, doing something? It has been my dream to travel the world and make a difference, helping people, specifically helping kids and inspiring them to believe for great things in their life. You guys, we're planning a trip to go to Europe. We're going to be going to Spain. We're going to be going to Italy. We're going to be going to Germany. We want to go to Russia. Don't know if it's going to happen, but we're going to try. You guys, 20% of the money that we make, we're asking you guys to make a donation. Go click the link in the description and go make a donation to our GoFundMe. Help us, help support us to go to Europe, because 20% of that money we're going to donate back into our nonprofit organization, specifically with the purpose of helping kids in poor countries. We're going to be buying school books, we're going to buy school supplies, all of those things. We're also going to be able to give people jobs, young college students. So you guys, please join us in making a difference. We're here to change the world. This is your boy, Pastor Darius. Catch you guys. Peace.